Crossway. Can we welcome Fiona as she brings the word this morning?
Thank you. So good to be here. A few weeks ago, I was travelling in Adelaide. I was actually travelling with TK and Jess and my lovely husband Toby. We were over in Adelaide for I have to get this right, it takes me a little while, okay. The National Baptist Senior Pastors Gathering. What a mouthful. Anyway, we were over there for that. And one evening, my husband and I decided we were going to go out for dinner. So we went out for dinner in Adelaide, and we were walking down the main street. I don't know if any of you know Adelaide at all. We were walking down the main street, which is called King William Street, and there on the ground was something pink. Something that was calling my name. Now, I don't know about you, but still at this age, if I see money on the ground, I get excited. And so I picked it up. I picked up the $5 note. It wasn't like this one, actually, because it was crisp, and it was fresh, and it was new. And I looked around because I thought, someone's obviously dropped this. So I looked around, and there was nobody that looked like they were distressed. There was nobody padding their pockets. There was nobody looking in their wallet. There was nobody looking like they'd lost $5. People were walking both directions. Nobody was looking. It was like that $5 had only been put there for me. So I picked up this $5, and as I picked it up, I heard God speak to me. Now, it was not one of those moments where there's this Fiona from heaven. It was just God speaking to me in my spirit. And God spoke to me, and he said, I want you to do something with this $5 that I have given to you. Now, when I ask my husband what he's thinking about, he often says nothing, and I have often found out that it's true. But when I start thinking, and I start really thinking, and I get really thinking. So here I am with $5 in my hand, and I'm thinking, and I start to get existential. What else has God put in my hand? What else has God given just to me that I have to do something with? My whole life has been given to me by God to do something with. My talents, my resources, my relationships, my opportunities, everything I have, God's given me to do something with. And I have to think about, what am I going to do with it? And these are the sort of questions that Paul writes to Timothy about. In both the letters that Paul is writing to Timothy, he's writing to him and telling him what he should do with his life, how he should live, use his opportunities, how he should use his talents and his gifts, what he should do. And I want to look at one particular passage that really spells this out in 2 Timothy 2. But before we get to the passage, if you want to turn to it in your Bibles, you can. It's 2 Timothy 2, 1-7. But before we get to the passage, we just need to look at where is Paul at this point. Because we all know Paul as this great missionary. We know him as this guy who planted loads of churches. We know of him as the guy who preached on Mars Hill. He was just a major man of the faith. But at this point, when he's writing to Timothy, he's in prison. Not only is he in prison, he is waiting his death. Paul is right at the very end of his life. And this is a personal and passionate letter to the young man that he calls his spiritual son. This is the young man that he's journeyed with, as we saw in the video. This is the young man who he has left in charge of one of the churches that he has planted, the church in Ephesus. And, if you speak to anyone who's in palliative care, if you speak to lots of nurses, lots of doctors, they'll tell you that at the end of people's lives, they don't talk about interesting things. They talk about important things. And that's what Paul is doing here with Timothy. He's writing the final letter that he wrote to Timothy 5 things that he needs to know if he's going to finish well. And you have to understand that Timothy is not a spiritual superhero. He's not someone who's like Paul. He's been mentored by Paul, but he's young and he's facing opposition. The reason that Paul is in prison is because of the people in the church at Ephesus. And that's the church that Timothy is now looking after. He is coming against opposition. And he has a need to be encouraged. Now, I don't know about you, but sometimes I come against opposition. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I need to be encouraged. So let's hope that this passage can help us face that opposition and help us to be encouraged. So let's find out what Paul says to Timothy. And he starts this way. He says, "You then, my son, be strong in the grace that is in Christ Jesus." Paul starts with power. Not political power, not positional power, and not personal power, but power. The power that can only come from Christ Jesus. Timothy had all these things going on in Ephesus. He had these terrible people who were preaching false gospel. He had these terrible people who'd put Paul in prison. And Paul doesn't say to Timothy, "I know it's tough, but you better try harder." He says, "Be strong in the grace that is in Christ Jesus." Now, this $5 note that I picked up, it wasn't this one, but let's pretend it was. This $5 note that I picked up in Adelaide, it reminded me of a few things. Because I had done nothing at all to earn it. I had done nothing at all to deserve it. It was a gift that was given to me. And that is exactly what grace is. Everything we have comes from God, and it's grace. Because grace is receiving what we haven't earned, and mercy is not receiving what we do deserve. And that is the gospel. That is the full gospel. Because the truth is that every single one of us, me especially, but every single one of us, has done things wrong. Every single one of us has not kept to the standard that God expects, which is perfection. Every single one of us needs to receive grace and mercy for those things. And Jesus did that because he stepped into our story and he carried our guilt and our shame on the cross, and then he rose again. And the amazing thing about that is that because he did that, I can be a daughter of the Most High living God. And you can be a son or daughter of the Most High living God. Just think about that for a moment. The creator of the whole universe calls you his child. And that means you have every single thing that you need, including all of the power that you need from him. Because our salvation is grace, our hope is grace, our future is grace, our strength is grace. Everything is grace. Everything we have is a gift from God. And Paul reminds us that the strength that we have comes from him and him alone, and it's not our own strength. A few weeks ago, we were on an overnight flight back from Bangkok. We'd been visiting our international missionaries in China, and we were on the worst flight in the world, overnight from Bangkok. As soon as the meal service was finished, what do you think I did? Yes, I reclined my seat that full 2 inches. Because that full 2 inches was a gift from God. Only the person behind me didn't think so. I've never had that happen before. I've seen it, like on Instagram or TikTok or whatever else, wherever you look. You've seen these massive fights that happen mid-air because because somebody's reclined their seat. I literally reclined my seat, and she tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Oh, excuse me, you can't recline your seat. I've got my baby on my knee." And I'm thinking, stuff the baby. And then I'm thinking, oh no, you can't do that. You can't do that, Fiona. This is terrible. What am I going to do? And I was like, I turned around and I said, oh, well, what am I going to do then? She goes, oh, well, you do you, doll. I was like, oh, right, this is it. She's asked for it. Right, I'm going to say this and I'm going to say that. Yep, this is what I'm going to do. Right, okay. And then I stopped and I prayed the most spiritual prayer that you can ever pray. Jesus, help me not say what I'm about to say. And I pressed the button and called the steward over, and he sorted it all out. Not a dramatic story, except for the way I tell it, of course. Not a dramatic story, but that's what life living in the power of God is all about. It's not about making massive decisions in the power of God. It's about making 1,000 small decisions every day in His power. That's what living in the strength of God is all about. Because grace isn't just about how we enter the Christian life. It's about how we live it. We have to live it every day in His power. And I think most of us, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, that's fine. I think most of us will probably think we're a bit more like Timothy than we are like Paul. And Timothy's future depended on him standing strong in the grace. And I think for us, sometimes we know that we're called to what we need to do, and our future depends on us standing in that strength and power of the grace of God. Because it's not our own strength, it's not our own determination, and it's not our own discipline. It's not our power. The Christian life is not sustained by self-reliance. It's sustained by deep dependence on Jesus. And that's the first thing that Timothy needed. He needed power. But Paul knew that Timothy needed more than just power. He knew that the Christian life was not meant to stop with Timothy. So in 2 Timothy 2:2, he continues, "The things you've heard me say in the presence of many witnesses, entrust to reliable people who will also be qualified to teach others." So, we've got Paul, we've got Timothy, we've got reliable people, and we've got others. 4 generations in the one verse. Paul has passed things on to Timothy. He's entrusted them to Timothy. Timothy's received them. He has to steward them. He has to share them. And he has to pass it on. We said Paul knows his life is coming to an end. And he's preparing Timothy not simply to lead a church. He's preparing Timothy to multiply disciple makers. Have you ever heard that before? In some ways, Timothy's been handed a baton. Paul has handed it to Timothy. Timothy needs to run, but then he needs to pass it on. And if we think about it, every single one of us here has had the gospel passed on to us from someone. It might have been your parent or your grandparent. It might have been your pastor or your youth pastor. It could have been a friend, a colleague, but somebody entrusted the gospel to you. And so the question now for us is, who are you entrusting it to? Who are you inviting to Alpha? Sure, it's on week 1, but weeks 2, 3, 4, you can still bring people along. Who are you reading the Bible with? Who are you entrusting the gospel with? Because the gospel never arrives at its destination, ever. It always needs to be passed on. And what God places in your hands, He intends to pass through your hands. God placed $5 in my hands. And He said to me, I want you to do something with it. what did he say to me? He said to me, I want you to give this to someone. God entrusts things into our hands so that we can pass it on. So Timothy was told he needed power and he needed to pass on the gospel. But if he was going to do that, he couldn't afford distractions. So he carries on. Join with me in suffering like a good soldier of Christ Jesus. No one serving as a soldier gets entangled in civilian affairs, but rather tries to please his commanding officer. We have several children, 4 of whom are married, and the last one is yet to get married. But she is living in the UK, and she has found the man of her dreams. How wonderful is that? And the man of her dreams, Reese Horrocks, is an ex-soldier. He's not just an ex-soldier, he's one of these. He served at the Queen Elizabeth's funeral. He was part of the King's Guard. Apparently you can tell which regiment by their buttons, so I have no idea whether that's his regiment or not. But if you go to Buckingham Palace, you'll see these guys, and they have their buttons arranged differently depending which regiment they are. Now, these guys know that not everything deserves equal attention. If you see them at Buckingham Palace, they are standing still, they are guarding, they are watching, they are focused. Because there are certain things that are more important than others. There are certain things that need to be the priority. Now, I just said I'm a mother of 5. I'm a grandmother of 6. I serve on boards. I have a job as the executive ministry lead at Crossway, which is pretty busy. You know, I've had to go to Adelaide. I've had to go to Bangkok. I have to come to Burundara. I have lots of things going on in my life. I have 2 dogs. I have a husband who travels more than me. And I have so much sport to watch. So much. It's busy. It's a full life. And all of those things are absolutely wonderful. Every single one of those things in my life is great. But even those good things can compete for my attention. Because following Jesus isn't just about deciding what's right. Following Jesus is also about deciding what's important. Because the devil can tempt us with bad things, but he can distract us with good things. Sometimes he distracts us with a good opportunity or a good commitment or a good responsibility. Good distractions. But Jesus made our priority incredibly clear. Jesus told us that we need to love God, we need to love people, and we need to make disciples. Ever heard that one before? It's not complicated. It's not easy, but it's clear. That is our priority. Years ago, I heard somebody compare the church to an aquarium. Now, I don't know if any of you own aquariums. I don't own an aquarium, but if you have a fish tank or an aquarium, it doesn't matter whether it's just for one goldfish or for whether it's for many, you have to keep the water at the right temperature. Not only do you have to keep the water at the right temperature, you have to clean it. And not only do you have to clean it, you have to put food in and you have to have plants in so that there's the right amount of oxygen and all that stuff. You have to spend quite a lot of time looking after the tank. But if you never put any fish in the tank, what's the point? And I think sometimes we get too busy being experts at church life and beginners at mission. Jesus didn't ask us simply to care for the tank. We do need to care for the tank. But he asked us, called us to reach people. And just as I had to stay alert to this prompting that God had given me about the $5 note, I needed to look for the person that I was going to give this $5 to. Just in the same way, we need to stay focused Timothy had all these things going on. He knew there was so much happening in this church in Ephesus, but he told him to make the main thing the main thing. Because not everything deserves equal attention. We need to prioritize the mission. But mission isn't also just about what we do. It's how we do it. And that's Paul's fourth reminder. His fourth reminder. So let's look at 2 Timothy 2:5. Anyone who competes as an athlete does not receive the victor's crown except by competing according to the rules. Now, I have already mentioned this. I do love sport. How cool last night that the Hawks and the Magpies would draw again. Who ever thought? Amazing. There is so much sport to watch. I love watching sport for a few reasons. One of the reasons I really love watching sport is I love the teamwork. I love how it shows how you should work together. But I also love the skills and the talents that it shows. But it also shows character. Sport shows character. And an athlete can train for years and years and years, and then they go do something stupid, and they cheat, and they're disqualified. I mean, the big names that I can think of are Lance Armstrong. Disqualified. Everything he achieved, gone. Tonya Harding. Stabbing someone, not really a good idea, or trying to kill someone. Even my team, the Melbourne Storm, they exceeded their salary cap. It's just such a stupid way of cheating. But they lost all of the grand finals that they had won, were taken away from them. If you cheat, you lose. And the world asks what have you achieved, but God asks who are you becoming. And he wants us to live with principle. Because God's not simply trying to get us somewhere. The Bible tells us all who call on the name of the Lord Jesus Christ are saved. If God just wanted us to be saved, you'd come down the front here, you'd say, Lord, I give you my life, you are my Lord and Savior, and whoosh, you'd be gone to heaven. That would be it. But that's not what happens. Once we've given our lives to Jesus, once we've said he's our Lord and Savior, once we've said we're living for you, Lord, he shapes us on the journey into something more. And the athlete is shaped by discipline. He's transformed by discipline, by the training and the sacrifice and the perseverance. And in the same way, Jesus is transforming us. Because the Christian life isn't just about reaching the destination. It's about every decision, every temptation, every act of obedience, and every moment of trust, shaping us and transforming us to be who he wants us to be. And so again, I go back to this $5. Not because $5 is not important. $5 is not that much money. It's not really important. But it's important what's happening inside. I knew that God wanted me to give that $5 away. But I could have put it in my pocket. I could have bought half a coffee. I could have given it to TK and Jess or any of the other people who we were traveling with. But that wasn't what God wanted. And principles built in those decisions that seem insignificant. And the athlete doesn't become the champion on race day. He becomes the champion in those unseen moments. And it's those unseen moments of obedience where God is shaping us and God is transforming us. Because anyone can chase success, but God wants us to pursue faithfulness. And anyone can finish a race, but not everyone can finish well. And Paul wanted Timothy to finish well. And the last picture that Paul gives Timothy isn't a soldier or an athlete, but one that potentially surprises me. The hard-working farmer should be the first to receive a share of the crops. Surprises me because a farmer, but then think about it, and he doesn't just say farmer, he said hard-working farmer. Because the life Jesus calls us to is amazing. It's extraordinary, but it's not easy. We need to keep turning up day after day, because we can be tempted to look at everyone else around us. In fact, look at everyone else around us. Perhaps you think about, go on, look at everyone. Turn, look. You may be looking at them and thinking, yeah, they're more gifted than me, or they've got a more outgoing personality than me, or they're more confident than me. But Paul doesn't point Timothy to talent. Paul points him to persistence. Not gifting and not personality. Persistence. Keep showing up. Keep inviting that person to Alpha. Keep loving them and having conversations and waiting till the opportunity comes to ask if they want to read the Bible with them. Keep showing up. We lived in a New Zealand farming community for a long time. And I tell you what, those farmers get up early in the morning and they don't do it because it's fun. They do it because they know that long after all the excitement's gone, they need to keep showing up, because the harvest doesn't come because they're gifted. The harvest comes because the farmer stays faithful. Loving people requires persistence. Living with integrity and principle requires persistence. Building disciple makers requires persistence. Because the farmer understands that you don't reap a harvest from the seeds you don't sow. And I think that's why Paul leaves Timothy with that picture. Timothy is feeling this weight of this church at Ephesus, with all that Paul has left him with. Paul's days are outnumbered. And the temptation would be for Timothy to shrink back. The temptation would be for him to feel inadequate and say, someone else can do it. I'm not good enough. But Paul keeps reminding him that faithfulness is more important than giftedness. Because the mission of God is in the hands of ordinary people like you and like me. Not in the hands of extraordinary people. The mission of our extraordinary God is in the hands of ordinary people. So that brings me back to this $5 note. I spent 2 days literally holding it in my hand as I walked around Adelaide. Literally looking for somebody to hand it to. And there was one guy that was homeless. I think it was a guy, I have no idea. Homeless, asleep under a blanket. And I thought about waking them, but then I thought that might be more troublesome. And I didn't feel that that was quite the way I was supposed to go. So I was wandering around with it. And eventually, at the end of the senior, whatever, the gathering, we had an event at the Adelaide Oval. And as we were leaving the Adelaide Oval, late at night, we passed this guy with a guitar slung over his back. And I knew he was the one to receive the $5. Not only did I know, but everyone I was with, which I think included TK and Jess, were going, $5, $5, $5. So I was like, yeah, I think God's speaking. So I ran after the guy and I said to him, hey, I think that God has asked me to give you something. I think he wants you to be blessed, and I think he wants to know you to know that he loves you. And I gave him the $5. And we got talking, and his name was Alan, and he'd had his guitar stolen recently and had to buy a new one. And he said, when I gave him the money, he said, thank you. I've always known somebody above is looking out for me. How wonderful is that? It was just fantastic. Now, $5, come on, half a coffee. It's not actually going to have changed his life, is it? It's not going to have made an amazing difference in Alan's future. But perhaps, just that evening at least, somebody knew that they weren't invisible. Somebody knew that God loved them. And perhaps that's why I carried that $5 for 2 days. Or perhaps the lesson was never for Alan. For 2 days, was focused on the outcome. For 2 days, God was focused on my obedience. And that's what farmers understand. Focus on the work, and God will produce the harvest. My responsibility wasn't to manufacture an outcome. It was just to be obedient and to keep showing up until God showed me the next step. And perhaps the $5 was never about $5, because this passage tells us it's all about entrusting. It's about entrusting what's in your hand and doing what you need to do with it. Because, Paul told Timothy the gospel, and Timothy told reliable people, and they told others, and they've told others, and they've told others generation after generation after generation. And now we stand here reminded by this $5 that that's what carries on again and again and again. And that God places things in our hands and asks, will you be faithful with it? Because the value was never in the $5. The value was in the response and the obedience. God gives us everything. God gives us time, talents, resources, opportunities. He even gives us people. What are we doing with them? How are we living the life that God has given us? And one day we're going to stand in front of him. And one day he's going to say, how full was your calendar? No, he's not. He's not going to ask how many meetings we've been to or how busy we've been. He's going to ask, did we love him? He's going to ask, did we love people? He's going to ask, did you build disciples? That's what he's going to ask. And Paul's appeal to Timothy is God's appeal to us. Power when you feel weak. Pass on what you've received. Prioritize what matters most. Live by godly principles and persist when the harvest seems slow. God placed $5 in my hand, but he's placed something far greater in each of our hands. He's placed our whole lives in our hands. One life, no dress rehearsal, no second chance. One life. So the question is, what are you going to do with it? And Paul finishes in a very surprising way, because he doesn't finish with a command. He finishes with an invitation. He says, reflect on what I'm saying, for the Lord will give you insight into all of this. Timothy had to do more than listen. He had to wrestle with what Paul said. He had to pray about it and ask God to speak to him about what Paul had said. And we need to do the same. Where are we relying on ourselves instead of God? Who are we passing the faith on to? What's become a distraction in our lives? Where's God shaping me? Where do I need greater persistence? Like, you may have sat here today and taken notes. You may have sat here today and thought, gee, she's rubbish, or wow, she's amazing at opening the scriptures. I don't care. Because that's not what God wants to do today. He wants us to reflect. He wants us to invite the Holy Spirit into our hearts. Because when I picked up that $5 note, he wasn't giving me a theology lesson. He was giving me an opportunity to respond. So why don't you respond today? Let's reflect on what God's asking you to do with what you've heard. Why don't we stand together and let's pray. If you're comfortable, you might want to close your eyes. Also, if you're comfortable, you may want to put your hands out in front of you. I simply want to pray. Holy Spirit, come. Holy Spirit, speak to each person here. Help them reflect on what they've heard. Lord, would you speak to each of us? So, Holy Spirit, come. Lord, show us where we're relying on ourselves. some person, maybe just one, who is doing some business and maybe it's on the grayer edge of what God would want. It's not illegal, but I think God would say to you, would you live by my principles? I think there might be some people here who potentially their relationship is also not living by godly principles. And I think there are some people here who need to persist, that they've had a couple of no's, but God's saying, I want you to persist. So, Father, for those people, would you speak directly to their hearts? Lord, would you show all of us the way that you want us to go? Lord, would you help us to live our lives for you? Because, Lord, we want you to take the lives that you have saved, that you have redeemed, and Lord, we want you to use them for your glory. In Jesus' name.